Hi, this is Stephanie Miller from The Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from my show on Political Voices Network. So, Malcolm, your piece this week is America is now under a tyranny. I mean, and you mentioned Elon Musk spoke at a Trump rally, made the Nazi salute twice. He also praised how MAGA has saved the white race while using the near exact words of Adolf Hitler. Not to mention, he's just endorsed the closest thing to the Nazi Party in Germany right now. Right?
Yep.
But here we are with the mainstream media going, oh, Elon makes weird hand gesture of some kind. I mean, this is exactly how we got here, isn't it?
Yeah, and okay, as much as I can fault the mainstream media, listen, we got to stop referring to them as the mainstream media. I was a contributor when they were the mainstream media. They aren't anymore. They have all bent the knee in loyalty to Donald Trump, including MSNBC. Okay, let's be honest.
I would say that of Joe and Mika. I wouldn't say that of the rest of the channel. And I keep saying that. Yeah, I keep saying that.
I'm not talking about the individual host.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the network itself. NBC Universal, MSNBC has made it clear that they are going to lean to the right. They've said it, made statements to that effect, that they shouldn't be taking a confrontational tone. It just hasn't come around. Our problem is that we look at them and see them as mischievous or slightly misguided. They have been, the mainstream media now is being bought lock, stock, and barrel by Donald Trump because money talks to them. Yeah. And that means that we need to start referring to them in terminology that is accurate. The right-wing mainstream media. The same way that they called us the fake news and all the rest of that. It's a fact. Yeah. So until we start using the correct words and getting our politicians to start speaking like we do with outrage, this is only going to get worse.
Well, and Malcolm, I agree with you. And there's obviously, this is why I platform all the great, progressive warrior voices like yours. But I keep saying that I couldn't agree with you more about Morning Joe. I just think it's unconscionable that they were the first ones to bend the knee to Trump, and they have no credibility talking about other people doing it now. But I just think, Rachel Maddow and Lawrence O'Donnell and Joy Reid, our friend, and, so many others are desperately needed. Disinformation is a big reason we lost this election. If we lose the only liberal network, I mean, I desperately think they need to replace the morning show. But I hope that people, now that, the Trump administration has started, that they're back and that people get in the fight, as you always urge people to do, because the last thing we need is more right wing, right? They're already trying to control every information space, right? Including TikTok now.
And I'm not criticizing MSNBC just to criticize them. They are being channelized by Trump, by the corporate media world. Just look at the way Jake Tapper at CNN was told, what did they say? Oliver Darcy called it invasion of the body snatchers, completely flipped. They were told in no uncertain terms that they will pull all their punches. There will not be any fighting. There will no be fact-checking in the truth. And so long as MSNBC still has a few hosts, you have to understand there is a role for that. It's like the one liberal at Fox News. Yeah. But what you're seeing is what Vladimir Putin did. He bought the entire media, and over time, that will become infotainment, and MSNBC remaining hosts might end up being the whipping boys so that the other 40 conservative shows have something to laugh at. This is dangerous to our democracy. Dangerous. We're not just in an information war. We are in an information vacuum in which, unfortunately, the 76 million people that voted for Kamala Harris now are not going to be having the exact, the same information dissemination that they had during the campaign. It's going to the point where our voices might be lost out in the wind. And one of the biggest problems we have is, although you put on every major voice out there, you're one show and there's one channel.
Yeah. Well, that's why selfishly, when people say, "Oh, you're the only thing I watch anymore," I'm like, "Yeah, that's great for me, but you're right, Malcolm. No one believes that more than me. I can't be the only one. We've got to take back information spaces everywhere. I mean, you retweeted Ty Ross. It goes to your point about white supremacy and what Elon Musk is doing. He tweeted, MAGA, free eggs and $90 a gallon gas. Trump, best I can do is let you say the N-word out loud. MAGA, I'll take it. I mean, right. This is just, it tells you what this was always about, right?
Yep. Well, you know what? You're absolutely right. And what you're seeing here is you're seeing the cult at work. You're seeing the, how the machine is now eating up people and eating up our decency. Look, we are always going to be the nice people. But if you go on MAGA channels, if you go to a place like, the Patriot.win or Donald.win or anywhere on Twitter now, all they do is characterize progressives, liberals, and never Trumpers as mean-spirited, evil, hateful, violent people. Yeah. I mean, 180 degrees out from reality. They are doing the Karl Rove manufacturing your reality. Mm-hmm. And we need to use collective power in our collective absence and collective presence at focused times. What I wrote a Substack called, Focusing the Resistance, where we use FAFO as focused action with focused objectives, which spells out the other thing too. All right? And we need to focus ourselves. Here's one thing I want to do. We called for a boycott of the election, the great inauguration. And it was pretty successful. It's been all over. We've done our near 100 hours. Well, do this. This Saturday at 9 a.m., Michael Steele's show comes on. And if I sound a lot like Michael Steele, it's because we're of one mind. We're friends.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Michael Steele's show this Saturday. Focus yourself and give MSNBC a sign that you do watch.
I've said they should move that show. They should move that show
and lower them.
Yeah, they should move that show to the Morning Joe slot. Michael Steele spoke truth to power right to Joe Scarborough's face about bending the knee. So I'm here with the incredibly handsome Dr. David Silverman to talk about ASEA Renew that I'm holding in my hand. This stuff is amazing. Revitalizing Redox Gel. You hold up, you have you can it comes in drink form, and this is the gel form. I love, first of all, that supermodel Carol Alt will be promoting this. She's taken so many jobs from me, so I am so happy.
Just to give some context, because I have to tell you that this is very unique. This is not a pharmaceutical, it's not a nutritional product. It's something that our cells make. It's called redox signaling molecules. But bottom line is, our cells make redox signaling molecules. Your body makes it right now, but we all made more of it when we were younger. What's in this bottle is in you. It's in me, right? But I'll be 64 in 2 weeks, and I feel like I'm 30 years old. I've been drinking this for 13 years.
Wow. Doc, what a thrill to meet you and to hear more about this, because, it's you just kind of go, oh, it works, but to hear about the why is fascinating to me. Dr. David Silverman, what a joy and a pleasure, and thank you so much.